So here's the 18 bass drum. You can see nice deep outer cut on the bearing edge there. And now I'm going to dress the bearing edge. So I've sanded very lightly around where the routing has taken place on the outside there, and then wire wooled with the 4.0 gauge wire wool, and it's really smooth. So it's just a question of sealing it against moisture, and also so the heads will glide over the bearing edge too. So that's sort of the purpose of the wax. So yeah, here we go, 3 passes all the way around. So we put 1 layer of wax on, and then I'm going to use a microfiber cloth to wipe it in, get rid of any of the excess, and go around 3 times. I'm not really building up a massive layer of wax here, it's just getting as smooth a passage for the drum head over the bearing edge as possible. So I was considering getting back into the polyurethane finish and going around here, but I didn't like the idea of trying to match up these edges, so I'm just going to go with the wax to seal that. It's not going to be kept anywhere wet, so moisture wise we should be pretty safe. Wax on, wax off. Okay, so it's got a good layer on. And this fella, obviously the sort of friction from the wax itself and the rubbing that it's going to get now, it's just going to soften it a bit and push it into those little nooks and crannies of the wood. Great. It's like glass. Carnauba wax, or Carnauba wax. I think they use it for lathing, but a lot of the drum manufacturers use it for sealing bearing edges as well. So it seems like there's a lot of reasons that this is done. One is to seal the edge of the wood, so obviously we've lacquered, or you might use shellac, or I've used like polyurethane to seal over the stain, so it's not going to let moisture into the shell. Obviously the edges where you've done the bearing edge is open wood, and so it's quite porous. So you know, I'm sort of happy that the wax is going to seal that. But also, I think the theory is that the drum heads sort of glide over the bearing edge a little bit more, sort of smoothly. So, but yeah, really feeling that with the wax on it, it's kind of like glass almost. That's fantastic. So yeah, I'm feeling that even, you know, for the cost of the wax was cheap enough. So even if it's just theory, I'm quite happy with that. So let's see what it sounds like in the end. So 3 passes apparently is the way to go, so that's what it's going to get. It's very exciting. I'm going to do a last go over the hoops with the quadruple 0 wire wool as well. Start looking like new. This drum is looking brand spanking. I don't want to get any finger marks on it at all. Man, these die-cast hoops make these drums so heavy. Seems that beeswax is quite common for this. Even car wax, which I think has got some of this stuff in it. Paraffin, even candle wax I've heard. I suppose any old wax really. It's there as a sort of a mixture of sealant and lubricant against the head. There's so much of this stuff that's hard to prove definitely. How much of it is smoke and mirrors, I don't know. But the proof of the pudding, as I say. And when these heads are on, we'll give it a play. Lovely. So satisfying, all these processes. I'm not going to tune it up properly today, I don't think. Just going to get these so they're biting into the seal on the head. Let them sit for a while. Forgot how easy die-cast hoops are to tune. It's so rigid, they'll tell you very quickly when one of the lugs isn't quite tight. Good heavy as well. For now, I'm chuffed with the look of that. Yeah, 15 float on. Right, so the 12. One of the things with this drum is that I had to do the kind of quite steep but long cut on the bearing edge on the outside of this, and I was humming and hawing about whether this is going to have some more polyurethane varnish over where the bare wood is, because obviously I've cut past and cut through the stain and the varnish that I've put on prior. My feeling is I don't want to risk a bump in the finish by putting another layer of varnish on this section. It's never going to blend into the other section. It is kind of hidden away from the from view because it will be underneath the collar of the drum head when that's on. So I'm still a little bit 50-50, but I'm kind of thinking that I'm going to go just with the wax here and just make sure that we go quite generous over that edge to make sure the wood is sealed. I'm still humming and hawing because the bass drum's even deeper. It's got even more exposed wood. But looking at these bars, they've got a nice flat on the end. I think we'll be able to get plenty on. And looking at how that's gone on the bearing edges of the 15 there, 3 coats, it's really sealing it. So am I going to be leaving this kit? I've got to ask myself, am I going to be leaving this kit anywhere where it's going to get damp? No. It's unavoidable sometimes when you leave the car, leave the kit maybe in the car or in a space that's going to get cold overnight, and then you put it in a warm space. There is going to be condensation, so that's the only time when the kit's really going to be in contact with moisture. But my feeling is this kit is from the 1970s, and it's got some rust even on some of the washers on the inside. I think it's going to be treated better in its life from here on in than it has been so far, and it's done okay so far. So let's go with the wax. You can just see the wax making the wood a little bit darker where it's passed over, because it's adding its moisture to it, I guess. So you can just judge where you've been and where you need to go. It's only a very subtle difference, but it's definitely there. It really shines up. I don't think you're going to be able to see that on the camera, but I'll try offering it up. Because the bearing edge as it was on here, obviously it's just cut wood, routed wood. So no shine to it at all. But the wax really is bringing a lustre to this bearing edge. Shame no one's going to see it really. See if we can get that up so you can see. Can you see the shine? I think you just about can, yeah. If I just tilt that over in the light, you can see that that's quite shiny where the wax has caught it. Yeah, nice. Let's go around again. So this will be pass number 2. It's nice when the wax finds the shape of the shell there. I guess the friction helps to heat the wax and make it a bit softer, so it really finds any spaces to fill. Oh, that really is incredibly slick. I never have believed it would make that much difference. So yeah, I'm a convert, I think, to this wax business. Yeah, we're going to go again. So this should be the 3rd pass. Although that already feels so slippy. So belt and braces approach, as they say. Looks like it's been varnished, it really does. Right, but what heads am I going to pull on this? Oh man! Yeah, the whole point was to put the plain old ambassadors on and know that they will fit, so I'm going to go with that. I'm feeling good about the look of it. Feeling very good about the look of it. Just, it sounds